In 2000, Christina graduated from high school in Linwood, New Jersey. And for a couple years after that, she worked as a waitress in the South Jersey area and in the Borgata in Atlantic City. In 2003, Christina met Alex, her longtime boyfriend and future fiancé, at the Jersey Shore on Labor Day weekend. And the two were incredibly close. He was very supportive of her modeling career. The two were a couple for 15 years until the time of her death.
Christina's father said that she was the light in his life, that as his oldest child, they had a very close relationship. He valued the time that they spent together.
This is the photo shoot that I actually met Christina at, that we did together. It was this Maxim and Stuff magazine 3-day event. This event was a model search. There were girls flown in from around the country, and her and I were chosen as the Maxim and Stuff magazine model search winners. We got along great. She's so sweet, very charismatic. She was a lot of fun. Obviously very stunningly beautiful. I remember looking at her and just thinking, with her dark hair and her light blue eyes, like she just was the epitome of a model. They put her photos in several of the Maxim and Stuff magazines, and having that exposure really helped both of our modeling careers take off. Modeling was definitely a career that she was really passionate about. For her to be in Playboy, I mean, that's something she'd always wanted to do.
Christina had done some modeling for Maxim and some of those other men's magazines. And even though those were great, there was something about the Playboy brand that had a little bit more of a mystique to it and seemed a little more special. Each week, they would showcase a nude photo shoot of a different woman, and she would be the cyber girl of the week. A Playboy cyber girl had an online pictorial. It was very similar to the Playmate pictorial. It was a very glamorous, softly lit nude pictorial, and there would be a little blurb about the girl. You have to be gorgeous, but you also have to have that really like fresh-faced, kind of innocent, but kind of sexy look. It was a big deal to be a cyber girl, and it could definitely be a stepping stone to even bigger things. When the cyber girl shoot went live in 2009, I think for Christina, that was probably really exhilarating. Christina would have been invited out to stay at the mansion and do a Playmate test for the magazine. And after she was selected as cyber girl, she would have been invited to all the parties and would have had access to that world. To meet Hef personally, that's kind of an extra step, kind of have to catch his attention. Hef could have seen something really special in Christina. Christina didn't become a Playmate, and that was her ultimate goal. The Playmate selection process is incredibly competitive. Thousands of women would send in their photos every month to be considered to be a Playboy Playmate. And from that, only one woman would be chosen each month. Ultimately, the final decision would be Hef's. And there's so many reasons that Christina may not have been chosen. Maybe they already had too many brunettes scheduled that year, or maybe they were just looking for somebody with a little bit more of a different story. She was 26, and unfortunately in the Playboy world, that was considered a little old. If you don't make it to that next step of being a Playmate, that could be a huge disappointment. It could have a big effect on your life because it's not just a goal you didn't reach, but it's something that reflects back on your self-image and how supposedly attractive you are perceived to be. And it can really be a hit on your self-esteem.
Christina took modeling jobs here and there where she could, and as part of that, she moved to New York City to further her career.
Modeling can be difficult once you've posed for Playboy. From the outside, it looks like it might be a stepping stone, but once you're there, you realize a lot of brands don't want to work with somebody who's posed nude before. So I imagine she probably encountered a lot of difficulties that she maybe wasn't prepared for.
When you put yourself out there like that, those pictures are out there forever. You have to think long-term about your future and your career down the road. And not that it's negative at all for some people, but in some light, it can look negative.
Christina's modeling career didn't take off after her Playboy appearance, and she was kind of left adrift. Playboy as a brand really has no, support for women once they're not working for them anymore. I think they just look at it as, well, we can't babysit all these women for the rest of their lives.